Hi and welcome back to Classic MGB. Now today we're at Haynes Motor Museum, but it's not just any old day at Haynes, it's quite special. It's an Autojumble, and people that know me will know that I love an Autojumble and just nosing around seeing what we can find. So we better get on with it. Well, I caught up with a mate of mine, Spencer Elton. He's flogged me quite a few MGB bits, and rumour has it he's got an MGB. So, Spencer, how are you getting on? Business good today?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm very impressed, really. Although it's a bit car bootish, typical Autojumble, but I moved a few odds and sods, which I wouldn't have moved at anywhere else. So, yeah, I'm well pleased.
Excellent, but you've got I do know you've got a massive unit somewhere, so this is a very small selection. So how do you decide what to bring?
Well, I don't. In this case, because I only booked in this week, I just slung in 4 boxes and some odds and sods. So it was more trial and error, really. But when I do a big show, we'll just say I do a bike show, Stafford bike show, which is 3 days, I carry 40 boxes. Wow. So I have 4 stands. Here it's just 1 stand. But I enjoy it. It's not what you sell; it's the people you meet and the leads. That's the best thing. Is the leads.
Yeah, sure.
If I stay at home, I'm not going to get the leads.
Yeah, that's true. And your unit, tell me a bit more about that, because I'm quite excited to see that.
Well, the unit is a necessity, really, because I've got cars and bikes, and in the end, I had stuff at home and I've got stables, but I just wanted something a bit more secure and I can keep it more tidy. So. It's a benefit, but it's an expensive benefit, but I need it, I just need the room.
Yeah, I think it might be time for me to come and have a little look. What do you reckon?
Well, as long as you bring your wallet, you can come anytime you like.
Spence, have a great day, mate.
Yeah,
Take
nice
care.
To see you. Look after yourself.
And
Bye,
you.
Sam. Don't forget my appearance money.
Love it. Now, it's not just jumble at this place. We've also found an incredibly rare MG. It's an MGD. Sadly, the owner doesn't want to appear on camera, so I can't tell you masses about it, but it is absolutely fabulous. The chassis was made in Abingdon, but then apparently they made about 6 of these, and they all had different coach-built bodies, so they all are a little bit different, but it's all based around a 2.6 litre straight 6, a really impressive thing, and it's kind of a very different thing to the average MG. They used to make sports cars. This is much more in the sort of luxury line. Under the bonnet, there were lots and lots of MG logos, no less than, 20 or something, because MG wanted everybody to know, even when the bonnet was up, that it was an MG. Now, regular viewers of the channel will know I've got quite a collection of models, MGBs and the like, and I've caught up with Kevin, who's got a fantastic stand here with all sorts of really interesting models. So, Kevin, tell me about why you do it.
Well, I do it because I love it, really. I enjoy buying the models and buying toys, and also Automobilia as well, you see on that side.
Sure.
I just enjoy the hobby. I'm a collector myself, and of course that you then turn into a dealer as well, or some of us do. I meet nice people like yourself. And the gentleman that was here a minute ago bought some nice pieces. It's just fun, that's the reason I do it.
Yeah, you've got some lovely stuff. I see this. I've never seen that. That is the Sterling Moss Monte Carlo Rally. For a start, where on earth does that come from?
Well, I bought that at another Autojumble, as indeed I do. A lot of the stuff, some of it comes from car boot sales, and auctions and toy fairs. But a good amount of it comes from other Autojumbles, Perhaps that might be on a dealer stand who deals in parts and is not bothered about that. So I pick it up for the right price. Yeah. Or the other way round, sometimes I have parts that people have. But it's good fun. That's where the chase of the item is the fun part of it. Yeah. And I'll always enjoy that. And also matching up items with people who are looking. That gentleman who was here a second ago was looking for those particular models. Oh, fantastic. And he just bought them, and virtually no quibble on the price.
Yeah, I mean, I collect the MGB models, but of course, lots of people have got MGBs, so the models can be quite hard to come by.
They are hard to come by, and if you do find them, they can be quite expensive. But as I say, it's all my prices are always, I think, fair, always negotiable. You know, that's the main thing, and I like a banter. That's the other thing I like. I like a banter with people.
So do you sell online as well, or just
I do a little bit online? If I have something particularly rare, and I think, and I'm curious to know what it would go for, I will put it on an auction site just to see how far it goes, really. But I tend not to. I tend to rather do it at an Autojumble or at a toy fair.
Yeah.
Because I meet the people that buy it. They can inspect it as well and make sure it meets their requirements.
And what's the market like at the moment for models?
Well, it's still very good. I would say prices have cooled a little bit on some of them, particularly Dinky and Corgi die casts are not fetching the money they used to. But that's more of a generational thing. We're all getting older, the guys that like that sort of stuff. The younger generation want Hot Wheels and things that they can relate to from their youth. Sure. So it will change. And the same as real cars, you know. You watch things like Bangers and Cash on the TV. The pre-war cars are virtually dead. True. And the 60s, 70s cars are following suit. It's more 80s, 90s, 2000s. Absolutely. So it all follows a pattern. Yeah. It's just that if you've been around as long as I have, you've seen a few patterns, you know, but it's still good fun.
So there you go. That's the Autojumble at Haynes. A fantastic place. I'm sure we'll be back here because they've got a great museum that we haven't actually done a video on yet. Now, as is the way with Autojumbles, I always buy things, and it tends to be things that I need, but this time it is things that I want. I managed to find a Haynes MGB owner's handbook, and I ended up buying the rally game. He gave me a good price. I thought I can't resist it. So actually, I am going to be the world's oldest retro gamer. We reckon it's probably 75 years old. So there you go. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like, give it a share, and consider subscribing to the channel because all of those things help the YouTube algorithm identify our content. As always, many thanks for watching and take care.